Welcome to XVERSO. Thank you for being here today. My name is Kimi Kitada, and I'm the curator here at Charlotte Street Foundation in Kansas City. Today, we are so pumped to launch a new drop for the Asian American Artist Series, and I'd love to introduce you now to Albert Abdul Barr Wang, based in Salt Lake City, Utah. He is a conceptual artist who works across a variety of media, and we're so thrilled to launch brand new NFTs with Albert. So starting off, Albert, could you tell us a little bit about yourself as an artist?
So I was actually a English major at the time and had finished my master's in public health. But, I wanted to get more into the arts community, and originally I wanted to be a collector. But the more I found out about artists and my friends that are involved in the art world, I was really fascinated by contemporary art, particularly conceptual art at the time. And I decided to create a fictional persona and just do these interviews as portraits of artists. So instead of oil paintings of people in the art world, I decided to do these textual portraits and then have them exhibited as works of art instead. Dialogues with my fictional alter ego and then whoever the art professional was. And that's how I started as an artist.
When we look at your landfill series, you can really see the complexity of these works and how there's such a huge amount of time and labor that goes into each work, and the using of the generative AI as one of the really fresh processes. So could you tell us a little bit more about the process of image making for you?
The camera is current technology, but it can only recover imagery from the past and present. But there is no actual technological camera for the future until this came about. And what's really fascinating is that photography was revolutionary because it was fundamentally the first really solid merger between technology and art. I mean, the development of different technologies like the lens, the shutter mechanism, the fact that you moved from the huge view cameras, 8x10s, to the Brownie camera, the Kodak camera, and just the portable and then digital cameras. It's an artificial intelligence. We just don't know what's going to happen with that in terms of what will happen. Some of it's really fascinating, and some people are very scared, but people were scared back then about photography. Painters thought, oh, is it just going to destroy painting? And people talk about the death of painting 51 times, and it's so cliche now. Painting always will be here. That will never go away. Artificial intelligence, I feel, once we get to understand technology better, will fit very well with current critical theory, especially with race.
Yeah, I think thematically, could you tell us a little bit more about what first created this interest in climate change and the human impact on the environment?
One, I was taking a photography class in a global contemporary class recently, and we were talking about this idea of portraying the destroyed, ravaged landscape as this object of beauty. And for me, that's always been problematic in photography. You have, just an aerial photograph of oil derricks. And I was looking at alternate means to say, what happened if we have these landscapes that aren't fetishizable? Number two, my friend Patrick Winfield Vogel, he's a friend who graduated from Cal Arts that I collaborate with on multiple projects. He was very interested in environmental topics. And then third thing is the speculative fiction of Kim Stanley Robinson, who talks about the environment in so many things. In fact,
okay, so I think when I look at these works, one thing that I'm really taken with is the idea of dissonance between the kind of beauty of that landscape and how you also bring in the landfill element and the garbage and human accumulation over time, and all of these layers and layers of garbage upon garbage. So could you tell us a little bit more about that aspect of the work?
This isn't just simply a beautiful painting of trash or, a still life in that sense. For me, it ties back to just this intellectual and personal way we relate to art. We're too quick to visually consume the art. And I'm trying to prevent that, to provide, in my painting approach, I'm trying to have this critical thing, not just simply about subversion, but also like you look at it, you look at it from far away, you're like, whoa, this is like this very epic, like beautiful, movie set almost. But then when you look closer or walk closer to it, then you see something, a different kind of reality, the one that is ravaged by climate. We should be more aware about our surroundings environment and take care of it more responsibly. And it's not just simply an individual thing, but there's a collective responsibility too.
The NFTs are exclusive to XVERSO. We have the physical works as well as the NFTs available. So make sure you check those out. And we can't wait to follow Albert's work as he creates more and more in the upcoming months. So thank you so much.